my lovely ladies. I am so excited that I launched my redesigned website today, and I'm super excited to be sharing all of it with you and with all of my favorite people. Don't tell my husband and my son in the world. And my son made this cake because he wanted to help me celebrate. Woo!
Forward and back and cha-cha. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to do a diagonal walk. Walk, 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 drop. Get ready to pivot, turn. Pivot, pivot. Other side. And drop. And drop. Get ready to pivot, pivot, pivot. And then we do a back 8, and 2 steps. Step, step. Back 8, back 8, back 8, and 2 steps. Now, if you want to add the turn, we would do it here. And back 8, back 8, back 8, and turn. Awesome. Okay, march. So it's just right, left. You want to think about your feet directly under your hip joints. So we're not marching out here, and we're also not marching so that our feet are this close. Directly under the hip joint. Very nice. And lift from the diaphragm a little bit. That's because we don't want to sink down here. We want to lift. Roll your shoulders back and set them. That's so that we can separate the upper body from the lower body. Yeah? Okay. So our starting position. All right. So we're going to march forward. Ready? And forward. 2, 3. And this is a true march. There's no tap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're starting count 1 on the same foot each time. Yes. Nice. Add a hip. Hip. So there's a hip on every step. 1 foot, 1 hip. And same foot, same hip. Nice. Okay, so from here, if you would like, you can come up on your toes. That is optional. You don't have to go very high. Think more of like a kitten heel than a stiletto. And it's still 1 foot, 1 hip. Optional with the arms crossed on the front. And cross on the front. Nice. And forward. 2, 3, 4. And back. 2, 3. Again. Nice. And you can certainly do that flat if you would like, or you can come on your toe. Okay, the next move is a cha-cha. So stay here and just march in place. So a cha-cha is 3 steps in a hold. Ready? And cha-cha-cha. Hold. Cha-cha-cha. Hold. Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Nice. Okay, so now you don't have to lift the feet as high because we're going to do double time. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You still want to hold. I'll lift my feet up a little bit higher so you can see, but it's actually going to be easier for you to not lift your feet very high. It's faster. You can keep them closer to the floor here. Now add a hip. And it's still the same thing where you have 1 foot, 1 hip. Same foot, same hip. I like hearing all the coins. It's very cheerful. Nice. Okay, so what we can do with this cha-cha is we can turn around ourselves. So we'll have 8 counts. Ready? And turn around yourself. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. And so just stay here for a second. Again, if you would like, you can come up onto your toes. That's optional. You come up. So let's try that again. On your toes if you would like. And turn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And make sure that you're pausing in the middle, because if you don't pause, your weight might be on the incorrect foot. So there's still that hold. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Hold. Okay, I'm starting to feel warm already. Uh-oh, this is only block 1. Okay, what we can do with this, with the arms, we can Make them very soft and sway above the head. Make sure that your hands are soft and smooth and your hips are articulated. So that's a little bit tricky, right? And if you don't want to do the arms, you can have them here. That is totally fine. Let's try that. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And just wait here and just 8, 7. Let's do a little bit of a mental break. We'll do it one more time. 3, 2, 1, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and march and play. Nice. Whew, something about those triple steps. Okay, so we're going to add those together. So we did the walk forward for 4 with the arms, walk back for 4, and then the cha-cha. And that's block 1. Ready? And forward. And back. Again. Forward. And back. Ready? Cha-cha. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and march in place. And again, if you don't want to do those arms, you can have them low. That's totally fine. You can be flat instead of on your toe with your feet. Okay, we're going to do that again, and we're just going to do 1 round of each. 4, 3, 2, and forward. 2, 3, 4, and back. And cha-cha. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, forward, and then we're going to cut the cha-cha into 4. And 4, 3, 2, and forward. And 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, go forward and back. Cha-cha. One more time, just for practice. Forward, 2, 3, 4, and back. And turn. 4, 3, 2, and march and play. Whew. All right, we did it. That was block 1. Very nice. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do a diagonal walk. So just follow me here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just stay. 1, 2, 3. Tap. 1, 2, 3. Tap. 1, 2, 3. Tap. Stay. And 1, 2, 3. We're going to add a hip drop. 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 Stay. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Hip drop. 1, 2, 3. Hip drop. You're going to use your obliques to make it drop. Stay. And 1, 2, 3. Drop. After this round, we're going to add a hip with every walk. Stay. Hip. 1 foot, 1 hip. Drop. Drop. Drop and stay. And 1, 2, 3. Drop. 1, 2, 3. Drop. 1, 2, 3. Drop. Stay. Nice. Optional to add the hand. And we're going to do the shoulder while we're staying here. 2, 3. Arm. Optional arm. And just shoulder shimmies. And 1, 2, 3. Drop. 1, 2, 3. Use those obliques to drop. And shoulder. Very nice. One more time for practice. Okay, so stay here with your shoulder shimmy or march in place. It's up to you, but we want to keep on moving. So I'm going to show you what that next step looks like. Because we did 1, 2, 3 drop, 1, 2, 3 drop, 1, 2, 3 drop, right? We're going to do a pivot turn. So pivot turn, front, 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 front. So when you do a pivot turn, you use the same foot in the front even though you're going to turn halfway around. So you won't be able to see me. So keep doing what you're doing. I want you just to watch. Ready? And pivot, pivot, right? So I use the same foot whether I'm facing the front or the back. So just watch because you can't see once you turn around. So this is my right foot. Front, front, march. Yeah, so it's the same foot. Okay, ready? Let's try that together. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and pivot, pivot, and march in place. Yes. Again, and pivot, pivot. And make sure you're turning towards the outside. okay? Ready, pivot, and step, step. Okay, so where do we add that in? So do the whole thing, and when you're doing your shoulder shimmies, you'll watch me, and then you'll see how we add in those pivots. Ready? 5, 6, 7, hips. 1, 2, 3, and drop. And drop. Get ready to do your shoulders. I'm gonna pivot here, okay? So now we're gonna pivot with the left foot. We did it with the right foot, so let's practice the left foot. Left foot in front, front, front. So when you turn, this is exactly what it feels like. You're just turning yourself all the way around. Okay, let's get ready to turn, and turn, turn, march in place. Okay, let's put that left foot in the front because we're gonna get ready to try that again. So left, left, make sure you're on the correct foot before we get started here. So we're gonna turn this way. We're gonna turn away from that front leg. 4, 3, 2, and step, turn, and make sure that they are steps. So just keep stepping, and I want you to watch. What it's not going to be is it's not a swivel, it's not a spin. A spin is when you're turning on that same foot. You want to make sure you're stepping. So step, 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 step. Does that make sense? So you're stepping on both feet, just like you're doing now. All you're doing is you're adding a turn. So watch, step, 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 step. Okay, so it's not a spin, which keeps the weight on the same foot, because then your weight will be off. Okay, so we're going to do the pivot turn together. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and step, turn, beautiful, nice. 3, 2, 1, and step, turn, very nice. Excellent, one more time. 4, 3, 2, and step, turn, excellent. Okay, we're gonna add that in. Ready? 5, 6, 7, right hip. 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. Get ready to pivot, left foot. And march in place. Yeah? I know it's a lot. Let's do that again. It's good for your brain, right? 4, 3, 2, right foot, and 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. Get ready, pivot, turn, march in place. Better? Let's do that again. 4, 3, 2, right foot, and 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. Get ready to pivot, turn, and march in place. Very nice. Okay, I gotta tell you, we're gonna go to the other side. I don't know if you noticed that you had to tap to go to the same side again. So that means that we switch our feet to the other side, which is great because then we can start on the left. Okay, if we're facing the left, we're gonna start with our left foot. 4, 3, 2, and 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. Get ready to pivot, and march in place. I know we flipped everything. Woo! Okay, start on the left foot. 4, 3, 2, and left. Drop, right. Drop, left. Get ready to pivot. So in case you're wondering, like, what foot am I going to be on? So just march in place and watch me. So if we're on the left, we start with the left foot, and then we go to the right with the right foot, and we're going back to the left foot. From here, I have to step on the one I just tapped because it has no weight. So that's how you know what side you're going to be turning on. Ready? To the left, and 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. Drop, and pivot. Very nice. Okay. So all we did when we switched the sides, instead of starting on the right, we started on the left. So it's the same move. We have a different number, of course, this is an odd number, but that's all we did is we switched. Ready? We're gonna add those two together. We're gonna glue them. So just keep going, and if you lose your spot, it's totally okay. 4, 3, 2, right. 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. Get ready to pivot. Other side to the left. Drop. 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 Nice. Good job. I like how some of you are like, the gears are moving, but you kept going. I like it. That's very important. Okay, we're going to do that again. Ready? And 4, 3, 2, and hip. Drop. Use those obliques. Get ready to pivot, turn. Pivot. Pivot. Other side. To the back. Get ready to pivot. Pivot, turn, and march in place. Yeah? We're starting again. I know this is a tricky combination. One more time. So if you keep your feet where they're supposed to be, it will tell you what direction to go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop to the back, pivot, turn. Other side, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, to the back. And pivot, turn, pivot, pivot, march in place. Good job. All right, do we remember the first block? What did I do? We did forward for 4, back for 4 in the cha-chas, yeah? 4, 3, 2, and forward. And back, again, forward, and back, cha-cha. Another 4, and 4, 3, 2, again, forward. And back and straight into the cha-chas. 4, 3, 2, again, forward. 4. And back. Cha-cha. 4, 3, 2, again, and forward. And back. Cha-cha. 4, 3, 2. One more time. And forward. And back. And cha-cha. 4, 3. Get ready to walk. And walk. Hip. Walk. Pivot, turn. Pivot, turn. Other side. Hip, hip, hip. Drop. Pivot turns coming up. Pivot. March in place. Woo! That's a lot, huh? Okay. So let's do that again. And we'll just glue it together and we'll do it a couple times. Ready? Forward for 4. And forward. And back. And cha-cha. 4, 3, 2. Walk diagonally. 1, 2, 3. Drop. 1, 2, 3. Drop. Get ready to pivot, turn. Pivot. Other side. And. Get ready to pivot, turn. And march in place. We'll just reset. Woo! Okay. Is anybody else sweaty or is it just me? Okay, ready? 4, 3, 2, forward, 4. And back, cha-cha. 4, 3, 2, diagonal walk and hip, drop, hip, drop, hip. Get ready to pivot, pivot, turn to the left, to the right, to the back, pivot, turn. Okay, march in place. So if you're like, okay, I'm good, I don't need any other variations, awesome. I'm going to show you one more just in case you want to do it. So keep marching in place. So when we do our pivot turn, we can add a hip on top of it. So just watch, and I'll show you what it looks like without the hip, what we've been doing so far. Ready? I'm going to pivot, pivot, pivot. Okay, that's what it looks like without a hip. If you would like, you can add a hip on top of it. It looks like this. So watch, pivot, pivot. So you're just leaning into the hip. And with the other side, pivot. This is without the hip, right? So just watch. So I'll show you with the hip what it looks like. And hip, hip. So it just adds a little bit of spiciness. So it's up to you if you want to add that. Okay, so let's do that whole thing. Ready? 4, 3, 2 to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. And cha-cha. 4, 3, 2. Diagonal walk. 1, 2, 3. Drop. Drop. Get ready to pivot. With or without the hip. And next. Pivot turn. Again, from the top, walk forward. And back. And cha-cha. Diagonal walk. 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. And pivot. Other side. Back. And pivot. And march in place. Woo! Okay. So this next combo is a little bit less tricky. So I think the hardest part is behind us. And then that's it. We just have 3 blocks. I promise. Okay. So the next one is going to be a back 8. So what that's going to look like, back 8, back 8. So the hip goes to the front in order to go to the back. So you're tracing, think of an infinity sign. If you had like a marker tucked into your hip scarf or your belt or whatever, just imagine you would literally be drawing an infinity sign or an 8 on its side. So to the front, the front. You got to go front so you can go back. Good. So in this choreography, we're going to do 3 back 8s, and then we're going to do 2 steps. So keep doing your back 8s and just watch. 2, 3, step, step, and then we switch to the other side. Okay, so try it with me. Back 8, back 8, back 8, and step, step, back 8, back 8, back 8, and step, step, back 8, back 8, back 8, step, step, back, 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 step, step. Nice. Okay. If you're good here, that's amazing. Put a little bit of feeling into it. If you would like to make those 2 steps into a turn, so just watch, you do your steps, turn, turn, back 8, back 8, watch, turn. So it's up to you. You can do the step, step, or you can make that into a turn. It's the exact same footwork. Okay? So that's up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do right, left without the turn, and then we're going to do right, left with the turn if you want, or you can continue doing the 2 steps. Okay, so here we are, no turn, 2, 3, and step, step. No turn, step, step. Now coming up, if you want to do a turn, here we turn, 2 steps. Yes, nice, and turn. So it's up to you. If you don't want to turn, no turn. If you don't want to turn, that's okay. Sorry, there's no turn. Now we can turn. 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 Again, so the first 2 is no turn, just the step, step, step. Okay, if you want to add the turn, you can, or you can continue doing 2 steps. It is pretty quick, 2 steps. Okay, so what do we do here? Okay, march in place. We're going to glue that all together. See, it was a little bit less complex, right? More complex in a different reason, in a different way, but. Okay, so what we're going to do is to glue that together, let's do block 2 and block 3 instead of like just from the beginning. So let's just glue that together from the diagonal. 4, 3, 2, right. Drop. Drop. Pivot turn. Other side. Left. Right. Left. And pivot turn. Back 8. Back 8. 8. No turn. Step, step. Back 8. No turn. Step, step. Get ready if you want to turn. Here we go. Turn, turn. Back 8. And turn. Nice! If you would like. You can keep those as steps. Okay, let's do it again from the diagonal walk. 4, 3, 2, right hip. 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop. Pivot, turn. Pivot, other side. Pivot, turn, and pivot, and back 8. Back 8. No turn, 2 steps. Back 8. Back 8. No turn, 2 steps. Now if you would like to add that turn in, here we go. Turn, back 8. Back 8, turn. Nice. Okay, let's march in place. All right, from the beginning. That's it. We just have 3 blocks, and then we'll have the whole thing done. And we got a good workout, right? So it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, I'm on the wrong foot. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're moving, you're smiling, and we're like tickling the brain, right? Okay, so we're gonna begin with 4 to the front, the cha-cha. Ready? 4, 3, 2, to the front, 4. And back, and cha-cha. 4, 3, 2, diagonal walk. 1, 2, 3, drop. Drop, pivot turn, and pivot. Other side. To the back, pivot turn, back 8, 2, and no turn, just 2 steps. Back 8, no turn, 2 steps. If you want to add that turn in, here we go. Turn, back 8, and turn. Nice, march in place. Okay, we'll do that one more time, and then we'll take a water break. All right, so we're gonna walk forward for 4 and back for 4. And the cha-cha. That's our first block. Ready? And 4, 3, 2, 1, forward. And back. And cha-cha. 4, 3, 2. Diagonal walk. And 1, 2, 3. Drop. Use those obliques to back. Pivot turn. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Drop. Drop. Pivot turn, back 8, 2 steps, back 8, 2 steps, back 8, and turn if you'd like, turn and back 8, and turn. Yay, you did it! Hooray! I know, it's tricky, you did it! Forward, and back, and cha-cha. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to do a diagonal walk. Walk, 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 drop. Get ready to pivot turn. Pivot, pivot. Other side. And drop. And drop. Get ready to pivot, pivot, pivot. And then we do a back 8, and 2 steps. Step, step. Back 8, back 8. Back 8, and 2 steps. Now, if you want to add the turn, we would do it here. And back 8, back 8, back 8, and turn.